Fam, this is the third time I'm redoing this. Why the heck is this even recording right now? DC Universe. 10 years. That's definitely worth an applause. Somewhere in the world, Go Gamer, Godman, and Lord God, whatever his name is, are in the ER sick after this revelation. But 10 years, that is an accomplishment. I remember all of the games that was supposed to kill DC. Blade and Soul, Black Desert, Starforge, Marvel's Heroes, Marvel's Avengers, Neverwinter. Wonder if anybody said Star Trek Online.
No.
Speaking of remembering, I wanted to dive into my memories of being on DC Universe for 10 years. Well, maybe like 9 and some change. My PlayStation broke, and growing up in the hood, money was not readily available for me to buy a new PlayStation, and grabbing a ski mask was not the answer. Put it in! But let's start from the beginning. I started DC Universe maybe a month or so when Fight for the Light was released, so around October of 2011. My life at this point took an odd turn. See, at the time, I was depressed and obese. Ironically, nothing's really changed.
Just do it!
Nah, I'm playing, y'all. I'm not depressed anymore. Why is any of this information important? Well, it'll explain the kind of creep I was in the beginning. Unfortunately, my physical health hit the rapid decline and I was in and out of the hospital. Couple that with the fact that I had no self-esteem, so I had no girlfriend. And when you in high school, everybody and their grandma got a girlfriend. So what you think I did when I hopped on DC Universe?
I want to see your boobs, send me.
I was sick, y'all. I was PMing every female character from Raggedy to Aight. I shot my shot to females older than me, dudes playing female characters, drag queens and teenagers.
Whoa! Hold up.
Relax, y'all. I was 14 or 15 at this point.
Robert.
Oh my god.
Tell you how bad I was giving it up. I was chilling by the area you spawned to after the Brainiac ship, waiting for females like,
let me holler at you, 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 let me holler at you. Holla, 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 holla.
Eventually, the Simp Chronicles was over, and I developed a personality. And well, sorta. I remember my first day in DC Universe. It took me 2 hours to even get in because the free-to-play queue-in time was running on slavery. But when I finally managed to get in, I had so much fun running through the Brainiac mission. Figured out how to fly in less than 3 minutes, unlike a lot of y'all apparently. After escaping the ship, I remember getting to the nightclub and just hearing the nightclub music for the first time. Back then, the music hit differently. Besides being a horny toad, I was also horrific at this game. For starters, I didn't know how to complete missions in the journal, so I got confused on how to level up or how to find where I was supposed to go. I remember farming the Brainiac robots outside the nightclub thinking it would get me to level 6. Eventually, I got over that surge of stupidity and ran into my next brick wall, the Raven mission. I died I don't know how many times to Donna Troy.
Come here.
Somebody call the police!
Cyborg.
No, wait, stop!
And then Raven. It got so bad, I made a new character, ended up naming him Death Row, but eventually ended up deleting him as well. Never knew once you deleted a character the name was up for grabs by anyone, which is how I lost that name, kids. I ended up getting better at DC and finally beat the Raven mission and ran into the next problem. How in the world do I get to Gotham? I flew all the way to Little Bohemia from Chinatown without the speed boost thinking it would get me to Gotham. But then found out you need to go in the Hall of Doom, which brings me to my next problem. How can I find anything in this huge place? Top that off, it was mad dark in the Hall of Doom. Even worse since I wasn't playing on HDMI, so it was dark and blurry. You try navigating the Hall of Doom at 480p on a box television with a converter sticking out the back. found the portal, and eventually ran into the next problem. Bane.
He needs some milk.
I wasn't damaging him fast enough and would die to the falling rocks, which pissed me off to no end. Eventually I got even better and had relatively no issues from there, except when I tried soloing the enchanted statue at level 13. Well, there was one more. The Bloodhaven alert.
Help me! Oh my god!
Bloodhaven was my first Dark Side War Factory. Why was this alert so hard back then? When I got to I can't speak English. When I got to level 30, I got lied to by my journal thinking Ace Chemicals was a solo and immediately got violated by the first NPC.
Oh my god!
When it was time to raid, I took the name way too seriously. I figured because we were villains, we would be robbing the Batcave, not saving it. So when I queued into a failed Inner Sanctum raid, I ran around grabbing rocks and taking it back to the portal thinking I was helping. I eventually got kicked and learned what raids really were. Remember when you could kick people out who didn't listen or contributed to the group without getting shot in the foot by a 3-hour kick-out timer? Yeah, those were good times. Make DC great. Then there was Fortress of Solitude 2. I have PTSD from all the failed pug groups I endured. I remember spending 2 hours in this raid and still being stuck on the bridge. When we finally beat it, I was the happiest kid alive. Although it took us 20 minutes to beat Rock Poppy Jorel, since we had an idiot throw the rock off the edge and someone would have to scale back up the sides with the rock. Eventually, we beat it. And would you believe my internet cut off? Last thing I heard from that raid was this dude in voice chat having an asthma attack before I saw the old loading screen. And those were my great PvE memories. I have a lot of memories of PvE, but these are just some of the ones that I can remember at the moment, and quite frankly, I don't want to make this video any longer. But stay tuned for part 2 of the video, my PvP memories.